Yeah. What's really happening? This your boy OG Gigaveli and Wreck Yard Open. We going to the federal penitentiary to talk about Puff Daddy today, man. For those of y'all that been keeping up with the P. Diddy saga, y'all know that Puff Daddy got found guilty of lesser charges. He received 4 years, and Puffy and his law team requested that he get sent to Fort Dix Low. Now, OG finna break y'all off, you know what I mean, what Puffy up against at this particular spot, Fort Dix. Before I get into giving y'all that insight on that, I'm gonna let you know, the OG got, you know, my book Pressure. I talk about the time I spent in boys school, 11 years in the state of Florida, and also this book, Federal Pressure. In this book, I detail my experience of 17 years in the feds, on how to stay out the way. For those of y'all that got family members, that's doing fed time, they definitely want to get this book, because I teach a joker how to get out of federal prison, what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing, so they can get on the other side where I'm at right now. So this book, Federal Pressure, right here, got a real detailed understanding of how the federal system work and how the yards work and the prisons works in the feds. But getting to that, Puff Daddy. Right here, you see Puff Daddy at Fort Dix, surrounded by his homeboys on the yard. He's looking good spirit, you know what I mean? He's not in the designer, he's in federal gear. Let me let you know what I know about Fort Dix. I haven't personally been at that low, but Fort Dix is a low that really rent like a pen. What I mean by that in Fort Dix, they putting that knife in your life, they putting that lock upside your head, all those things. Plenty of money there going down. It's up top. It's one of them up top lows around Jersey or New York area right there. Predominantly, that's the type of people, that's the biggest car in that prison. What I mean by a car is the group that you rock with inside prison. So meaning, if you from Florida, you'll be in a Florida car. If you from Midwest, you'll be in one of the Midwest cars, or LA area, that type of shit, right? Or sometimes a car is based upon what religion you in, like if you're a Muslim or whatever, you know what I mean? A Rastafarian, those are the cars you'll be associated with. Also, you got the gangs. So, whatever gang you rocking with, you know what I mean? That's what car. Or it's by race too. You got the white boys, the Spanish, those things. So y'all get the picture. Puffy. Let's look at Puffy's situation. Do I think Puffy's gonna be he have a hard time at Fort Dix? I don't think so. You know what I mean? Reason being, Puffy ain't broke. You know what I'm saying? In spite of all the endorsements he may have lost with the Cirocs and all that type of stuff, Puffy still got money. You know what I'm saying? So with that money, I'm not saying that he got to buy protection, but you're going to have a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying? Dudes on groupie time. Dudes that want to be down, you know what I mean? Dudes that going to want some favor, you know what I'm saying? From when they get back on the street. So they going to rock for Puffy. You understand what I'm saying? That's how the gang going there, man. You know what I mean? Muscle for hire. We like to label, call dudes war daddies. Dudes that's going to handle the business for Puffy. Who says Puffy can't handle his own business? You know what I'm saying? I don't know Puffy personally. Puffy maybe know how to get down. We just don't know that part about him. We just seen the dancing, we seen the entertaining Puffy, but Puffy's still a man, so he may be able to handle his own weight. But nevertheless, the smart thing to do for Puffy is to spread some of that money around, man. Let other guys handle. Be a boss. Be a boss. You know what I'm saying? Let other guys handle whatever business may come his way. But being that he's in a New York up top prison, they got the numbers. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody just gonna jump out there and try on Puffy. But little shit happen. You know what I'm saying? He could get a cellie that he don't agree with. He could feel like, he don't want to stand in the commissary line. Anything could jump off in prison, man. Anything could spark an incident, you know what I mean? Whatever it may be. So with that being said, Puffy got a little henchman. He started the label Bad Boys. So maybe he could start a real bad boy, because he where the bad boys at now. Maybe he could get a real bad boy crew going on in there. Puffy a leader. He's a thinker. So I don't think Puffy gonna have a real problem at Fort Dix. I happened to do some time with another bad boy, one of the ones that was on his label. I'm talking about, shout out to my Muslim brother Amir, aka Loon. You know what I'm saying? I need a girl like this. And A lot of people thought Loon was just an R&B artist, but I know for a fact, you know what I'm saying, Loon was a frontline soldier. That's my Muslim brother. He went hard for the religion in there. He stood on Muslim time, and he's out doing great things in the Muslim community right now. But I talk about Loon in my book, Pressure, and I talk about times where Loon had to man up. Loon had done stepped up and put that work in front line. You know what I mean? So shout out to Loon and shout out to all the real ones, man. But the OG just broke you off my prediction of Puffy, the condition Puffy gonna be in at Fort Dix. Now, there's certain things that you gotta consider. The type of charges that Puffy was facing, some of the allegations he was facing. Some of them may rise some incidents where some guys may want to test the fact that they said some of the people that was at these parties was underage. I'm saying so what does that matter in the federal system? We got something, a label called Chomo. Chomo is someone that's a child molester, someone that's in there for, you know, playing with kids underage. They don't have an easy stay in prison. Now, at the end of the day, it's questionable. You know what I'm saying? If that's somebody may want to pick up that challenge on Puffy in there. Who knows? Another thing that Puffy may have to keep in consideration, the way that he put his hands on the female, you know what her name is, Cassidy, I think her name, whatever, in the hotel footage. You got some guys that, you know, like myself, that don't like men that, you know what I'm saying, put their hands on women. Somebody may want to step to him about that issue. Who knows? Somebody may want to get a reputation and say they the one put hands to Puffy. So he do have little things to worry about with what I mean, clout chasers. They exist, not only in the free world, but definitely in prison. But my prediction, Puffy gonna be able to handle all that because he got that moignon. You know what I'm saying? That moignon. So he gonna have a lot of wolves around him, but Puffy still gotta take care of Puffy. He gotta still be aware. He gonna have to still, you know what I'm saying, keep eyes out. You know what I'm saying? Cause, you know, you can't have somebody watching your back at every given moment. You know what I mean? That's my prediction on Puffy. Puffy will be out again. Puffy will be getting back to the money again. This your boy OG Gigaveli, and that's a Wreck Y'all Open story, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in, man. Hit the link in my bio, you know what I'm saying, to my Amazon where you can get my books, Pressure and Federal Pressure, or you just inbox the OG for an autographed copy of it, man. Until the next Wreck Y'all Open story, man, y'all stay free and stay sucker free. This your boy OG Gigaveli.